My dear friends, today we're going to learn this wonderful song by the Mamas and the Papas. All the leaves are brown and the sky is grey. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. California dreaming on such a winter's day. Stopped into a church. Now clearly folks, I can't do the Mamas bit. Alright, I was struggling to do the Papas bit, so whereas it should have a capo on, usually at fret 4, you know, as I'm sort of getting on in years, I've got no capo on in order that I could sing it for you. So bottom line is I've put a capo on the paperwork, which I'm going to go on about in a minute, so you can play along with the record. So let's begin. First of all, download all your free idiot-proof paperwork by clicking the blue link below this video and open it in Safari. Some people don't know how to open it. Just open it in Safari, dead easy. Again, as I always say, thank you very much for the donations to the channel. The whole thing, stuff on my channel is free, so the donations are very welcome. So thank you for that. Pays for the tea and the coffee. Right, let's do this little intro. Now the intro, I've literally broken it down into in a way that you just can't mess it up. It's impossible. All right, so here are the shapes that you're going to play. It's all based around one chord, A minor, this introduction. All right, so you'll see here, these are the strings that we're going to play. The numbers are indicated here, and the arrows are indicating the direction that I would like your pleck to go in. All right, and don't forget, you can capo it up at the 4th fret if you want. I'm going to play it without a capo because many of you out there may not have one to hand, and even if you did, the chances of you being able to sing it that high up would be remote. All right, so let's start. Play your A minor chord like this, and then I'm not going to give you the flash name because I can't be bothered. Then take off your second finger. That's the first shape we want to play. All right, and you're going to do this. If you look down below that particular shape, it says 4, 3, 2, 4, meaning strings 4, 3, 2, and 4 clearly. But more importantly, now there's the shape. Look at the arrows. 4 is a down, 3 is a down, 2 is an up, and 4 is a down. So we've done the hardest bit. Look at the next shape. You'll see those 2 fingers are still there, but we've added our little finger to the 2nd string at the 3rd fret. Okay, and you'll see that it's got the 2 there indicating the 2nd string with an up arrow. So now if you happen to catch a little bit of the 3 as well, that's okay. Okay, it just adds to the sound. The next shape is a straight A minor, so that one comes off. This one's back is on here in its normal position. Come up again on the 2. The final shape on that top row is this finger is off again. First finger's off again with a 2nd string with an upstroke. So we have this 4, 3, 2, 4, 2, 2. And can you hear the way I'm catching some of the other strings? It's just a happy accident. Below that, oh, it does it again. Below that, oh, it does it again. And then finally, you've got an E7 sus4. Ooh, that sounds hard. Well, don't forget, the harder the chord sounds, usually the easier it is to play. Let's have a look at what it is. You're here on the A minor shape. What you got to do, take this finger and put it there on the 5th string, and that's an E7 sus4 flash name. And underneath that you'll see in a bracket 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's in a bracket, so just do this. Okay, put it all together. We have, oops, we don't have that, we have this. And that's your cue for when the vocal comes in. Alright, so there's your intro, now done. Now, you'll notice on the record there is a 2nd guitar playing over the top of that, but we can't do that, we've only got one. Oh, sorry. That's for a second guitar. I'm not even going to go there. The most important line is the one we've just done. All right, so intro is done. So now we get into the verses of the song. Now, this song features a lot of chords, a lot of changes, and a lot of people are put off by it because it's got the chord G in it and then an F, and they struggle getting from F to G. So don't run away, because I've hopefully got over that problem. All right, so please watch the vid. Don't turn it off thinking, oh Christ, there's an F in it, and then run away. Stay with me. You're going to like this, okay? So we're into this now. So you're down to your looking at this for the verses, all right? Now, I've not put the arrows on there. We're not going to need them. All we need to do is let's look at our strum. Right hand. Straight rhythm, and our hand is going to do this all the way through the song. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and if it does anything other than that, it's wrong. Okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's what our right hand is going to do. Look at this now. You'll see that I've indicated the bars with these lines here, but there's 2 chords between those lines. So we've got 2 beats on this chord, in this case an A minor, and then here we've got what I've called a G6, or it is a G6, and I'll explain why it's a G6 and not a G in a minute. Then we've got the next chord, which is our F major 7th, and then a G6 again. Now, what I've done is I've substituted an F major for an F major 7th, and I've substituted a G major with a G6th, and there's a reason for doing that. I'm going to play it with a full F and a full G, and watch what I'll explain in a minute. Now watch what I do when I change chord, and everybody does this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. On the and after the, just before I'm going to change, all my fingers come off, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that everyone does it without knowing. All right, that's the trick, or the technique to get from one chord to the other, particularly with fast changing chords like this. Now with that in mind, because we're hitting open strings a lot in this, then rather than play an F for going, let's play an F major 7th. So we're always getting the la, and I think it sounds beautiful, and it binds these chords together because there's a lot of them. Rather than it sounding blocky, open strings has a way of, it's like varnish on wood. I'll show you what I mean. I'll play it with the major 7ths now. So A minor, G6, F major 7th, back to G6. Which I think you will find a lot easier to play then. Now you can do the straight F if you want, it's up to you, but I know that they play F major 7th a lot of the time, and F's, you know, when their hand's recovered. You decide. You can either play a straight G and a full F, or you can play an F major 7th as I've written here and a G6th. Alright, the choice is yours. I would recommend that if you're learning how to play and you want to play this song though, then rather than risk cocking it up by hitting a duff F or trying to get from those big changes, play it this way first, and when you've got the rhythm going and you've got the measure of the song, then you can try putting the full F in and then the full G. All right, so go with this for now. I think this is a Wednesday lesson, so it's an easy lesson. I'm trying to keep something that's relatively straightforward that you can play. So let's look at our chords. Okay, you've had a little heads up on the technique. So here we are with our chords, all right? 1 and our strum we've talked about. So 1 and 2 off, 3 and 4 off, 1 and 2 off, 3 and 4 off as we go along. Now, as an addition to the paperwork which shows you all the chord shapes, all of them, we've got this. This is a breakdown of the lyric, and very clearly you can see the chords, how they work. all right? So there's no way you can mess it up. So let's begin. Verse 1, A minor. You'll see underneath 1, 2, 3, 4 between the first A minor and G6. 1 and 2 and. Fingers off on the and after the 2, okay? I'm going to exaggerate it. When we play it in situ, it doesn't sound like that, okay? I'm exaggerating so you know to do it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and to the F major 7th. Okay? Now, when you come off there, you're not just coming off waving at the milkman. Oh no, what you're doing is you're making the next shape in the air. Let me show you again. 1 and 2 and. I've made the shape. 3 and 4 and. I've made the shape. 1 and 2 and. I've made the shape. All the leaves are brown and the skies. So you don't really notice it. It sounds good. It sounds like, you know, there's something always in there. Next chord is an A7 sus. Now, I've written it out twice, even though we're going to just stay on the same chord, because I want to try and keep the format of the shapes together. So you'll notice on the next thing, it's got E7 sus with the 1 and 2, and on the 3 and 4, it's still on that shape. So you just keep your fingers on and play the whole bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then drop this finger to make an E7th. And we've got half a bar on the E7th. 1 and 2 and to the F major 7th. Let's play those first 8 bars, or the first 4 bars. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and F major 7th, G6, E7 sus 4, E7th, F major 7th. And I didn't come off on the F major 7th then. Now on the F major 7th, you can leave your first finger on if you want, because it's common to the C as well. So it's an F major 7th note there, but when we move up to the C, you can play a simple C if you wish. I tend to play that one. You can play that one. If you play that one, don't hit the bass string. Mute it. All right? So I've written it as a simple 5-string chord, so I'll do it that way again. So from the F major 7th. So I'm bringing the fingers off I don't want, and I'm leaving this one on. To a C. E7th. A minor. F major 7th. E7 sus 4 for a full bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and to an E7th for a full bar. So put the lyric to what we've got. All the leaves are brown and the sky is grey. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. I'd be safe and... So we're on to page 3 now. I'd be safe and... It's the same chords. A minor, oh, G6, F major 7, G6 was in LA, E7 sus 4, E7, California, A minor, dreamin', G6, F major 7th, G6, and then the E7 sus 4 for 2 bars, so it stays there for a while. All right, so then after that we've got where are we? Where's on that? That's it. We've got a flute solo. Now all the chord shapes, you're done with them. We don't need you'll work on that. You'll do that thing. By the way, when you see this, I put a G there. I forgot to put the 6 on. I mean, the shape's right, but I just forgot to put the 6. There's a G6, all right? So we've got this. Now at that point, this at the top here is telling you where that intro was, okay? We've done the intro. It tells you that you look at the other page. And then this is a full layout of the song, all of it, lyrics and chords above. There's no other chords you need to know. They're all repetitive. So if you've looked at the first page of that, you should know how to play all of this. And take into account all those little tips that I told you about bringing your fingers off. So let's play the song. We've got from here. All the leaves are A minor, G6, F major 7, G6, 6th, E7 sus4, B7, F major 7th, C, E7, A minor, F major 7th. I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA, at California dreaming on such a winter's day. Stopped into a church, I passed along the way. Well, I got down on my knees and I began to pray. You know, the preacher like the cold, he knows I'm gonna stay. A California dreaming on such a winter's day. What happens after that? There's an out of tune flute that comes in then. Alright, so if you know anyone who plays the flute. Okay, and I put it down here so it's in there. And you'll say, well, we haven't done the flute bit. I'll say, well, we have, because if you look at the chords, they're exactly the same as the one we've just done. And you stay on the A. In fact, they're easier. You stay on the A minor a bit longer. Let's look at it, shall we? A minor, A minor, da 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 da, A minor, A minor, F major 7th, C, E7, A minor, F major 7th, E sus4, E7, ba da da, A minor, F major 7, G. Then it just repeats the first verse again. All the leaves are brown and the sky is grey. Remember you're drunk. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. The California dreaming on such a winter's day. On such a winter's day. On such a winter's day. Alright. Just follow the chords. And you're done. Now, as for the answering harmony, all the leaves are all the... Have you, get your wife or your girlfriend or your mates or whatever, or put a wig on. You do it. I don't know. I mean, and what are the lyrics for that? Because you said, we didn't write the words out for that bit. Well, all the leaves are brown. All the leaves are brown. And the sky is grey. And the sky is grey. They don't even have to learn them because you're telling them, in effect, what the words are, aren't you? Okay? So, there we have it. Now, remember, if you want to play it to the record, put a capo at the 4th fret. However, in those days, when you finished making a recording on the multi-track, as we called it, the big thick thing, before we put it onto the 1/4 inch for the final master recording, we often sped it up in order to get rid of any little imperfections, any hissing on the tape. It would just, that little raising of the pitch would just take it out of audible, what's the word? You know what I'm talking about. However, in those days, it also used to raise, because it raised the pitch, it put it slightly out of tune. So, I saw a version by a young bunch of kids doing it called School of Rock, and they did a great version, a lovely version, exactly the same arrangement as the Mamas and the Papas, only it's in tune. So I would strongly recommend that you listen to their version. Mamas and the Papas one, of course, is brilliant, but if you want to play along to it, it's slightly out of tune. All right, so there we are, that's that done. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Share all this stuff to whoever you like, it's all mine, it's free, do what you want with it. I don't care, as long as you learn to play the guitar. Thanks again for the donations, and I will look forward to seeing you with something probably a bit easy. I'll do a couple of easy ones, and then we'll get into some more technical, picky stuff, all right? But until then, I love you and leave you. You look after yourselves. Practice. See you next time. Bye-bye.